What is up, guys? Your boy Raven here today with one of the most requested decks out of like last week, and I'm sorry I'm finally doing it, but I finally got enough trainer cards from the new set and enough cards from the new set to do the deck, and due to help of you on Twitch, we're able to create that deck, because as you know, the deck with the ladies, right? So the Dana, Morgana, Evelyn, and I forgot the fourth one. It's really a little bit out of my comfort zone. Like, I've never actually tried that specific playstyle, but because it was requested, I went there. I just went out there, tested it, and I love it. I love it. But before we're gonna talk about the deck, and before I'm gonna show you card by card, and before I'm gonna play some games with the deck, I just want you guys to know that I'm really thankful for each and every one of you here, and you're all amazing, and thank you so much. And also, don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more decks, more stuff, and at 400 subscribers, we're gonna have another 20 code giveaway. At 500, 20 code plus a nice first place Volker from League Challenge that I've won last month is going to be on the line. Alright, so let's go card by card and let's do it. So Gardevoir Sylveon deck, as you know, requires some energy, right? Especially Magical Miracle, it requires 6 energy to use with the plus, because we want to get rid of our opponent's hand. So I figured, you know what, that might work with the ladies, and let's go card by card. So first things first, we definitely have a play set. 4 cards, Gardevoir and Sylveon tag team. Then we have one Eevee. Why in the world there is Eevee? Literally, he's a 270 HP attacker, especially good against stage 2s. Definitely hits harder than 150. Plus, he's a great Pokemon to dump a ton of energy onto. Alright, so definitely a great addition. Of course, I would love to play a great potion in this deck. I think that's what it is. I have not pulled any, and I was unable to find on the trade market. So if you have great potions, you can add 2 to the deck if you want to. Then we've got one Dedenne just for the draw, just for that ability, because sometimes you will be in need of using that ability. Then we've got one Marshadow with Resting Hole just to get rid of the stadiums, like for example Shrine of Punishment. And on top of that, we got one Lapras for Mermaid's Call ability, because we're going to be using Misty's Favor as our main drawing power. Of course, there is a version of that deck that Evil Salad was talking about with me today. We're talking about it with Lieutenant Sarge and Steven's Resolve, and I know he is going to try it, so I'm not going to be doing that version. I want Salad to do it, but if you want me to, let me know and I will do it. Then we have 4 Acro Bikes to get to the pieces that we really want to. Then we have 4 Cherish Balls to get those GXs, right? Getting those GXs is really crucial. Then on top of that, 3 Judge Whistles for the additional draw, and 4 Pokégears to get the trainer cards. As you can see, the deck is pretty strict, and we have one Cynthia, only one Cynthia as an additional, refreshment of the hand that you might need at certain points, or when you're gonna get a reset stamped and you get only Pokégear but you want to still refresh your hand. But that's a really situational card. I did not use it a lot, but definitely it's good to have at least one. And then we've got 3 ladies. We've got Dana over here, we've got Evelyn, we've got Morgan, and also we've got Nita, and 3 copies of each of them. Alright, so we got 3 Danas, 3 Evelyns, 3 Morgans, 3 Nitas, and on top of that we have 4 Misty's Favor. Why Misty's Favor? She searches for 3 supporter cards, so definitely there's 100% chance, right, 99.9, that you're gonna have one of those 3 ladies in your hand. You might play Pokégear, you'll find Misty's Favor. So you prepare your next turn and you have all 4 of them. You play a Morgan, you have a ton of energy. Let's talk about energy. 20 energy in that deck. and that is just because to get those energies, right, to get a ton of energy as soon as possible on the board. The whole deck list is down there below. You can copy and paste it, you can upgrade it. I'm giving you like the skeleton, the backbone that I think it's really good, and of course you can build on top of that, and I highly recommend you doing that, or just, you know, going with my version and enjoying it. I do enjoy that deck very much. So let's go and let's play some games. I'm going to save that deck and we're going to play a few games with Guard Me, ladies. And in the meantime, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, don't forget to check me out live on Twitch, and down there below you've got a 5% discount on any code you would purchase on Professor Oak. Okay, so you want to go first or you want to go second? Actually, I prefer going first, just because this gives me this extra turn to actually use Misty's favor, and not everyone can actually knock you out during their first turn. So I'm definitely not a first turn player if it comes to this deck, but if you go second, try to go first. Yeah, there's, you know, it's nothing bad, right? Nothing bad is going to happen. You're still going to be in a great spot and shape. So as you can see, we start with Eevee Lax, and of course you can dump a lot of energy here. We've got a Cherish Ball, so we will have Gardevoir Sylveon, and we've got a Pokégear. Hopefully my play would be Pokégear into Misty's favor, and Misty's favor is going to work on my favor. Cherish Ball for the Gardevoir Sylveon, of course. Energy is gonna go right over here on the Eevee Lax. Pokégear, let's look at the trainer cards, and there it is. Alright, so the only problem with this deck that I really have is a reset stamp. They can really mess you up with the reset stamp. So Cynthia, because we might need a Cynthia to refresh our hand after we're gonna play, of course, Morgan. Morgana we have, so we need to find Nita. There is Nita, right? Yep. And done. That is my turn 1, and that's it. So as you can see, definitely I'm gonna play Morgan. There's gonna be a ton of energy, but I still want to refresh my hand. That's why we have that Cynthia, right? That's why we have this additional card like that. And then we know element of surprise is on our side. Of course, reset stamp. Oh, okay. That's quite interesting. Okay, so we have the same idea, but I think he's playing a different deck, I believe. Let's say. So definitely reset stamp is the problem, and there's not really anything you can do about it. The same goes turn 1 Judge. But definitely you have to risk it sometimes, right? You have to risk it, and you either go for it or not. And this time we're gonna go for it, because hopefully we're gonna have enough energy to actually use, not only retreat the Eevee Lax, but also actually use the GX attack over here. So I'm counting, honestly, like, I'm hoping for at least 7, 8 energy. Actually no, that's 1 from hand, 6, 8 energy right here. So he's playing his Misty's favor. So that's why, you know, that attack, Magical Miracle, would be so devastating this time. But hey, you can't have everything, right? We can't have everything. Let's go. So he's gonna pass the turn. Maybe he's gonna add the energy. Love that full art, by the way. Really good one. So this is Rayquaza version of a deck. And of course, you know that Rayquaza was the first deck, actually, that used all those 4 ladies to draw the energy. Right, he was the first one, and I said that before. Rayquaza might surprise us again during World Championships. He might come back for the 2nd year in a row, and I would not say no to that deck, definitely. But I still think, you know, the Steven's Resolve version for Rayquaza might be a little bit better. But that's just me. Our deck is better. Okay. So he's playing that energy, and we see nothing. Okay. Let's go with Morgan, and I have to start counting energy right now. Let's hope we're gonna have 8. Come on, 8 energy. Let's do it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, Oh, only 5. But you know what? That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, we are prepared. My next turn is definitely Cynthia. And I don't know if I should attack or not, to be quite honest. No, like I have to put some pressure on him. Dump truck press. We have to put some pressure here. Oh boy. Come on, Eevee. So I know he is going to play Morgan of his own. He does not need a ton of energy. I'm hoping he will not draw more than 2. Let's say that's a 1. That's 2. Oh, only 2 energies. That is interesting. Now the question is if he's playing... There we go. Yeah, when you draw 2 energies out of it, that is it. Like, that is... There you go. Of course, if you want, you can always add a switch. I think, you know, the switch is not as good as you might think. Again, you might play Tate and Liza instead of Cynthia for that switch in the shuffle your hand type of scenario, which is fine, right? It's fine. All together, we've got a nice win streak over here. Let's go. So hopefully we're gonna go first. But for the sake of the video, it would be great to go second, actually, and to see how we're gonna perform there. And that's what is going to happen. We're going second. Not an interesting hand, and even though we got 20 energy, as you saw in the previous game, we did not have any trouble getting all the pieces we needed. Of course, here it's gonna take 1 or 2 mulligans, right? With only like 6, 7, 8, I think 8 Pokemon, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, yeah, 7, 8. This can happen. It's okay, and you know, you should not be worried about it. Let's see, there we go. We've alright, so we got not a bad start, to be quite honest. Acro Bike, he might play, you know, he might play something that would mess up my hand, but also I have the energy, so Fairy Song is going to be used, and Cherish Ball, of course, against that Garchomp deck. And there's a weakness involved. Great. Acro Bike. And if the Acro Bike is not going to give me anything, I can still use the Dedenne. Even though I'm going to discard Dana and Nita, I will still have at least 2 of them in the deck as well. Because, you know, the chances that 2 of them, 2 of Dana's and 2 of Nita's are in the prize pool are not that high. Again, there is a possibility, but come on. Ultra Ball. Alright, so yeah, we're playing as someone who definitely is not into post-rotation world as we are. And again, I think, you know, being in the post-rotation world earlier gives you this, you know, maybe not even the advantage, but you get comfortable playing without Ultra Balls, without Nest Balls, without Tapu Lele, without Guzma, Acerola, all of that. Choice Bands, especially, you know, Kukui. This gives, you know, this... I don't know how to put it. This gives, you know, this something that you don't, that you stop relying on those cards, that you can actually just go for it. Alright, so I don't need to play a Cherish Ball. That's, well, I can kind of for the Eevee, but I don't really want to. Acro Bike, you know what? Yeah, since he's here, why not? Since he's here, I can already play him. Dedenne. Let's refresh the hand. I can still play the supporter. So if you're going to draw Misty's favor, I can still use it. There we go. First Pokégear. And Nita. So as you can see, even though I risked it with the Dedenne, for my next turn, I will have the whole setup. So we've got Dana, Evelyn, and Morgan. So there we go. We have the whole setup. Turn 2, like for the turn 2, right? Turn 1, full setup. Very sunk, and even though we went second, but actually, you know what? 1, 2, 4, 7, 10, 11, 12. I don't want to do it. Alright, so the reason why I don't want to do it is I have 4 energies in my hand, so I'm already cutting some energy that I might draw from Morgan, and I don't want to do it. I want to maximize the energy I can have from that, you know, top 12 cards, and maximizing that is the priority for me right now, because I don't want that Morgan to go to waste, and I can use the Fairy Song later if I want to, plus I can still play some energy from my hand. Okay, there's Cynthia for the next turn. Energy. Morgan, let's go. 12 cards. There we go, you see, okay, nice 4 energy, and well, on one I know I can use the GX attack and get rid of his hand, and you know what? That's exactly what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna get rid of his hand and use that GX attack. He can attack for 230 tops. So Magical Miracle, let's shuffle his hand. Let's see what's gonna happen. I mean, he has a Oranguru that is rotating out. So again, place like that, you can do it freely. And I'm building towards another setup of Morgan. Maybe I'm gonna have a Lapras this turn, and I'm gonna bring back Misty's Favor, Pokégear, and the whole thing again and again. If not, I can still play Cynthia, and it's gonna be fine. So there goes Garchomp, 230. Of course, there's weakness involved, and he's gonna use the Oranguru. He has to use that Oranguru, but he might not draw the cards he wanted from Oranguru. So definitely that was not the worst play that I've made. Risky play, definitely a risky play, but sometimes you have to risk it, right, to get that precious biscuit. Ascension, alright, so that's literally a knockout next turn on the Garchomp. Okay, so now let's prepare the ladies again. So let's try Pokégear, because we might actually find Misty's Favor, and there is no Misty's Favor. Okay, so I'm not drawing anything. I'm gonna play that Cynthia actually, and I'm gonna distribute the energy from Kaleido Storm around here. There we go. Now we've got Misty's Favor, Acro Bike, Judge Whistle, another Acro Bike. I'm gonna take the energy, Judge Whistle. Let's draw a card. Pokégear. And that is a knockout, Kaleido Storm. Bam! So let's distribute this energy. So it's 1, 2, and 3. That's it. There we go. We have nice spread of the energy, and for my turn after this turn, I will have Morgan again after Misty's Favor. So definitely that is a nice engine that you can use. Of course, with Lapras that would be a lot better if we would draw it, but we are playing only one Lapras, so chance of getting him are quite low, but it's good to have somewhere in a deck just in case, right? Just in case. Okay, 28 cards to 19. But with the advantage of my side. Like, we are dominating here. Yeah, Tapu Lele. And look at that, like, he is playing the format that he should win with, right? Choice Bands, Tapu Lele's, Guzmas, Acerolas, all of that, right? Ultra Balls, Nest Balls. Yet, simple idea of the Morgan, of the Misty's Favor is winning. And of course, a fantastic attacker that is Gardevoir Sylveon is highly recommending that deck. Okay, that is around 100. Yeah, it is 100 damage. Now we've got a Lapras, so I can bring back Misty's Favor actually. So let's prepare my next turn. Those are, yeah, okay, so those are the two. Done. My next turn is ready. He can attack for 100, so Kaleido Storm. And I'm not shuffling it. Wait, you know what? I'm gonna shuffle like one energy, like put one energy here, since I have the energy in my hand. And of course, you know, next turn, tons of energy is gonna fly everywhere. Hopefully. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So there are 7 energies somewhere, either in prize cards or in the deck. I'm thinking 2 and 5. There's just no chance. There's just no chance for him to actually win that game against such a powerhouse, such, you know, an energy flow that we have. Because I mean, Morgan next turn, there's nothing he can do. Even though he's gonna get the knockout, maybe, there's just literally nothing. Morgan, let's say. Look at that. Oh my goodness, look at that. I think I went a little bit over the top with the energy. Yeah, I might have went over the top. Just a little bit. I mean, just a little bit. But I think that was 7 energy. Done. There's nothing he can do. Pokégear. It's a GG. And that is literally the reason why I highly recommend that deck. Is this deck something that we might see during World Championships? Yes, definitely that is an option. Probably changed a little bit, more towards set. Definitely it's going to be changed towards decks that might see some play coming closer to August 15th. Right, because you know, changes in the decks are gonna be made even on the fly, on the spot, just before the tournament starts. Judge, all right, that is something that, you know, will do nothing, but he's gonna have a knockout, so that's good. Knockout is good. Cherish Ball, Pokégear. Energy Drive for a knockout. Right, I can see what he's planning here. Which is not a bad idea. Alright, so Kaleido Storm. But what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna put some more energy on the Eevee. Well, let's put it here. You know what, no, let's just spread it a little bit. Done, that is it. So even though he's gonna retreat, he can only attack me for 200 with Garchomp if he has one. And he needs to knock out the tag team, right? And if something happens, we've got energy all over the place and we can retreat for 1. So we will see a Garchomp in play. And I mean, the deck is just fun. It's fun to play, and I have to thank you guys for requesting that deck, because honestly, I like it. I do like that deck. And tomorrow we're gonna do a pick-a-rum, because I'm going to be recording it super early in the morning, because before the first training, and at 11 AM CET of Let's Go Eevee, I have to go to the store. Alright, there we go. So, okay. Cynthia, retreat, that's 230. Not enough damage. Plus he has to play a DCE still. There's just no way to pull this off. Escape board. Aura, okay. Because I mean, even if he's gonna retreat now and attack for any damage, my Gardevoir Sylveon, I'm just gonna retreat and play the tag team, like the Eevee. Okay, so that's what he did, literally. He played an Eevee Oranguru, so he knows I'm gonna knock him out here. Is there anything he can do to deal 260? I honestly don't think so. There's 230 damage that he can deal. No more, no less, with Cynthia. And 15 cards. Even if he's gonna play Kukui, then he's dealing one. Then he's dealing 150 because he has to play that Cynthia. There's no Electro power to boost that, and that's a game. There's nothing. He can play Guzma and try to knock out the Dedenne. Those are 2 prize cards. He might try to knock out Lapras. Next turn we win. He is not gonna be able to, like, if he would go with, you know, with like missile jabs or whatever. Alright, so he's going 230. And that's it. Like, there's nothing more he can do. There's no other chance of increasing that damage. 230. 30 damage away. But how important 30 damage in this game. Pole pad. Alright. There we go, a nice pole pad over here. Energy. Aura. What is he searching for? There's no boost of 30 right now for him. Pole pad again, okay. Judge, Cynthia, but that is a game, that's too late. There's nothing. I mean, maybe I'm wrong, I might be wrong, but there's literally nothing he can do for me. Like, in my opinion. 230 damage, that's it. Exactly, there we go. 230 damage, that is it. And that's all she wrote. There we go, so there you have it, guys. A nice Gardevoir Sylveon deck with Morgan, Nita, Evelyn and Dana. And what are my thoughts about the deck? Like, you heard it throughout the video, but I think that is a really fun deck to play. It's quite competitive. Of course it takes a setup, so it will have, you know, some bad time against Pikaroms or super hyper aggressive decks. But in your local league, where people are not expecting this, you might, you know, pick win or two, because definitely, you know, this is a surprise aspect over here. There are many versions of that. You can check out the Steven's Resolve and Lieutenant Sarge, a turbo version of it with reset stamp as well. But that is my version. It's down there below. You can copy and paste it. And thank you guys so much for watching the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and see you guys live on Twitch. Raven loves ya. Goodbye. Bam. Good night. Boink. Bye.